Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. I got the right glasses on. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, B-Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab. And I'm in the book. Oh, it's about to get good. I got a nice little lesson. It's called The Magnitude of God's Infinite Knowledge. Okay? God is always symbolized by three, the Trinity, one God, Amen, Ra, Patel, okay, the three phase, the concept, whatever you want. But this is the concept, and it's always recognized by that thing there. Okay? See the symbolism? It's all there. Understand it. Let's go. Rightisms. 25 rules to live by. Storyteller. The story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Okay? Let's call it right. All right. Rightism. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers way of life you meant to a spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical. But if you don't have the answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. But you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers. Know thyself and to my God, be true. We dealing with the magnitude P-Funk's philosophy on the magnitude of God's infinite knowledge. I got one page of information. And boy, this thing is packed with information and stuff that I can break down for you. Hopefully, get the lesson across. So let's talk about the magnitude of God's infinite knowledge. I just got finished giving you a human. This guy, that guy, bad man. Okay. When I say that we are all God, I can see. I can see. I mean that we are all extensions of what? God's consciousness. He's not physical, he's conscious. That's this thing that he gave us here to recognize him in us. Animals don't have that. And by the way, I went to gym this morning, left my glass. And I called up, they already know, yeah, we got the glass. We know you're going to need it. I said, thank you. I went and got my glasses. All right. Reflecting a fragment of what? His infinite essence. The one became the infinite, the many. And he is in all, in everything. That's who and what he represents and is. That's the concept. Moving on. Don't get caught up in thinking anything other than that. But this does not mean that any of us are the creators of the universe. No, 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 no. Again, no. Don't ego trip. Okay? All right. But the designer of the human body, I just brought that lesson down to you, or the architect of the earth, the moon, the sun, the stars. Rather, we know that God, the Almighty, the Master, Mason's architect of the universe, the all knowing from the Indian perspective, is the ultimate cause behind all existence, the driving force that shapes reality in its entirety. God, everything else. Circle the first concept of God, the first sign, because it shows no beginning or no end. Gave that the Masonic played that game with you, that spirit. That's why he's recognized by what? The circle. And when the Masons do it with their compass, the drawing compass is the dot in the circle, and you circumscribe yourself. That's called keeping yourself in due bounds, symbolically in the Masonic concept. All right, and all of it's good stuff. Just keeping getting concept of God, holding yourself accountable. That's it. Theology in any religion is the same thing. Moving on. It goes to get you to God. That's why I respect the purpose of religion. Those who practice it and distribute it, not so much. Moving on. All right. And if you're doing what I'm doing, ain't doing the right way, I ain't gonna respect you either. So it's all the same to me. If we're on the same page, we good. If we're not, then you're wrong. Moving on. Oh, you trust me. All right, here we go. God Almighty, in His unmatched power of wisdom, all knowing, all experiencing. He done been ain't nothing he ain't did. No, you gotta give him that kudos. We individuals have our own life to live, our own little world to take care of, our own all that he gave us that. It's up to you at that point. God, don't get involved in your personal stuff. You can care less what you're doing individually. So get understanding, get past that. But he is the one who positioned the stars. You think he care about you? In the firmament over the heavens and sky. He created the sun. That thing. That S-U-N, not the S-O-N. Not physical as S-O-N. That thing, S-U-N, without that, we don't stand a chance. And he put that there first when he said, what? Let there be me. In the form where they'll always know who I am. We worship that thing. And all traditional groups were sun worshipers. And then the Jews come and say, yeah, we can worship tonight. You got the Masonic order, symbolism, the Kabbalah, all that's different moon worship. But it's still God. I don't give a damn what God you serve. It can make a difference to me. Okay, but if you live and doing right, then that's all I care about. Okay, how you do that? What God you need to make that happen? Could care less. Be a Muslim, Jew, don't care. Again, understand that. So the sun, he created that. So if he can do that, we, little specks. One of the most awe-inspiring and advanced creations known to man. And yet, he also set what? That moon. I hear people talking about the moon ain't always been. The moon been around ever since everything else been here. It's portable. They put it up there. Stop that old nonsense again. Y'all listen to anything and people just think y'all stupid. Obviously, they play y'all for suckers. But he set the moon and the heavenly bodies into motion. These celestial objects were not placed randomly. That sun, 2 more degrees anyway, up, down, left, right, will not do what it need to do. It's precisely put there. That's what we're trying to tell you. And they follow a precise Maya order. Divine, that's what Maya represents. Orchestrated order, moving with purpose and balance. If it's good enough to work the universe, Maya, I live with her 40 confessions good enough for me. Okay, and it got me to where I am now. So yeah, I would much respect. That's why you see me every day. Okay. They never they never fail in their roles. If you're serving a God, just do your job. Don't worry about just do your job. The sun don't give a damn if y'all worship him. Sun don't give a damn if you care about it. None of that does he care. He just shine. He get his time and he going about his business. That's nature. Nature don't concern itself with man. And for those who following God, y'all in physical form, don't worry about what your family friends say and think or feel about what it is you think you should be doing for you. See, nature does the same thing. The sun continually rise and sets marking the passage of a day into night, while the stars, including the pole stars, the Polaris, the cycle with precision through the night sky. All of this is done by design, not by accident and they random. Okay, conscious awareness, and they do not deviate. Right there. If you're God's servant, you got to serve God. You can't deviate. You can't do what you want. No. I don't give a shit. God, I've been loyal for the last 15, 16 years. I'm taking the day out. I'm gonna just do me. Go ahead. Have at it. There's a price that comes with that. If you want to pay the price, you can do whatever you want. Just realizing there's a price that comes with it. That's the whole right thing. I do the right thing. The price that comes with the right thing is called blessings. That's karma for doing the wrong thing. But nobody deviates from God's orders, from their paths of they alter their movements. They do what they were designed to do. The rules, the laws, they do that. You got to follow them. They don't follow you. They're not going to give in for you or do. No, no, no. But for they are governed by who? By God's eternal will. That's how everything came into existence. But the ancient Greeks, bastards, excuse me, sorry about that. But the Greeks, they recognized this profound order. And to their credit, again, they're going to call it something as seen as the word cosmos with the K, Kosmos. But translated, it means God's law or God's order. Okay, say that. Don't call it what the hell it is. Excuse me. We call it Maya. That's sometimes tell you, we had a word for everything that we did. Every time the Greeks get it, we give it to them and they change it and present it to the world as if it was theirs. Yeah, I said it. This reflects how the heavens are what? Structured by what? Divine law. Hello, Maya. And how their movements will influence and give structure to life here on Earth. They say the gravitational pull for the moon makes the water ebb and flow every 24 hours. That's nature. They'll take it and make it a man and claim that's his power. No, it ain't. It's nature. We just put the identity to it so we can recognize who it is to learn and teach from, not to brainwash and fool people thinking that nonsense. Excuse me. Sticking with this, I get a little, I hit in Greeks, I go crazy. God's wisdom, okay, from my ancient ancestors extends. Well, this ain't. Oh, this is. I forget. This ain't my stuff. This is somebody else's stuff. So sorry about that. My bad. God's wisdom extends where? Beyond the cosmos, okay, past the universe. Okay, I'm with that. Into what? The most intrinsic creation of all, which is what? The human body. He capsulized the macrocosm universe and capsulized into the human body. He a bad man. That's why I got the next lesson. As above, so below, boy, this is stuff is just getting good. Why? I'm about to say it's getting gooder. This is all the information that y'all need to know this. It's all moving on. But what's this? The complexity and perfection that this guy put into creation and human body. We just did that lesson of what? The human body. And are undeniable what? Proof of divine craftsmanship. Yeah, this thing is perfect. It don't get no better. I've been doing it from the inside. I'm getting to it now from the outside, and it looks just the same. Okay, it's still perfect, and that's what they're saying. I know the inside is. Now I'm getting proof that the outside is also when you look at it. And it's made up of what? You ready for this? Approximately 30 trillion cells. I don't know who counted them. Ain't questioning the eye. Don't ask me that, please. Well, how do you know? I don't know. But what they said, I got no other reason to go with what they said until I find out otherwise. And I'll probably do my homework if I really want to know the difference. If I didn't trust them, then I would do my own due diligence. But I'm taking them at their word because watch this. There's 30 trillion cells, each of them working intricately together in a perfect harmonic form that creates the human body is a masterpiece of engineering. Jesus Christ. I agree 100%. 100%. And I'm looking from the inside out. Okay. I'm working out from the outside in. I still agree. Watch this. These cells conduct electricity. I tell you, we're electrical being. Energy, frequency, and vibration. Not human, but they all communicate with one another, and that's what sustains life through what? The countless process of the force that goes to electricity, the channels that the heart pumps, all that's going on inside the body. And the subconscious is at work. We're conscious of we're doing things, but the subconscious make the bowel movement, make this digestion, it pumps all. It runs everything. These are all things I know, eternal stuff. I'm living in the outside stuff. Okay, and I'm loving it. But the body is held together by what? 206 bones in the body. Strategically placed to do what they need to do. I love that. Man, this thing is good. 206 bones that give what? Its structure. The skeleton. The skeleton is 206 bones. And it will enable movement. The central, here we go, my favorite part. The central nervous system, Kundalini, that serpent, that spinal column that connected to the brainstem, that's the serpent. That's the serpent that goes up to Kundalini to enlighten what? The pineal gland. This is all, okay, I forget, I keep going internal. You gotta stay outside the body. I'm taking you inside the body. But this is how it's done. The nervous system is in my wheelhouse. That's inside body. Why? It's a vast network of what? Nerves and neurons powers over 5 senses. That's the physical body. The 5 senses is the smell, the sight, the hearing, the touching, and then the tasting. Okay? The 6th is what? The extrasensory perception where you thinking right. That's ESP, not ESPN. Most of y'all just stuck on ESPN, the sports network. But it's the 5 senses, and that's what facilitates what? Control over every part of the body. You got 5 limbs: the brain, the arms, the hands, the legs, and the feet. Petruvian man. Okay, and every one of them have a certain purpose. I just learned that lesson. That's very. I enjoyed that. Okay, I tend to know. I love learning stuff. This is good stuff here. Ain't mine, but I'm loving learning it. Why? It's fun. Information. How you go? What's this? Then it serves versus the network of nerve endings empowers the 5 senses to facilitate control of every part of the body. But it serves as the what? The communication system between what? The mind and the body. That serpent, the nerve endings that connect to the back stem, I got that coming up for you too. But this book is tough. They break down the human body. I'm starting to figure that part out too. It takes a little while, but I'm at page 33, so the master's number. I can symbolize a whole bunch of stuff for you. But watch this. Now, at the heart of this design is what? The brain, which function as the what? The central processing unit, orchestrating every action in the body, every thought and feeling. Why? Because the brain alone, the mind, the consciousness, is one of the greatest marvels of God's creation and capable of processing and storing vast amounts of information, computer concept, while controlling every body function. Bad thing. That's a bad thing. The heart. If you got this with the heart, what the heart do? The heart continuously circulating what? Blood that sustains life by ensuring that the oxygen and the nutrients which every cell needs and every system within the human body, whether the respiratory, digestive, or cardiovascular system, they all work together in a harmonious style, and the true reflection of divine intelligence is precision, perfection, no mistakes, no kinks, nothing. It's a perfect, well-oiled machine and will process and work the same way. A car, they build cars with the same premise. They build everything with the same concept. Everything has a brain. But it's not human. So stop letting AI. I'm watching kids play the game now. They at war. Know who these jackwagons at war on the damn new game they got for y'all? That y'all put the headphones on, get together, and stay up all night, do that nonsense. Oh yeah, boo boo. They fighting robots. They fighting AI. They had to move underground and is it me? The prophecy says man will self-destruct or give over all power to what? AI. The machines will take over. Why? Because y'all building them to think that they are better than us. We are flawed humans. Machines aren't flawed. They're not human. But you give them conscious reason to understand it, they're going to start to figure things out. And there's no compassion, there's no emotion. So don't look for them to be what? Empathetic. No, that don't happen through machines. Just putting it out there. They call me a soothsayer, fortune teller. No, I'm just telling you what I know. Moving on, I just speak from my understanding. Humanity, despite all this modern technology and advancements, you heard about a state called Atlantis? They're the most highly advanced people. You heard about, how about the Tartarians? You ever heard of them? I got my man asked about that. I got to do my homework and bring that to you. They tried to erase them. Why? They don't want you to know about that. Free energy. Electricity was free. That's what killed Tesla. Moving on. But again, through all the modern technology, watch this, but through man's greed and ego, he's going to what? Destroy himself. And all these advancements could never, with all your modern technology and advancement, you could never replicate the complexity and the order found in nature. The design of the celestial bodies, the intricate functions of the human body, or even the smallest insect is beyond human capacity, capability to understand. Why? God did it. These creations are the work of what? Divine mind. That's the magnitude of the infinite knowledge. He created, you know how I can't even begin because it's unbelievable. And I'm just learning, yeah, this boy, he's a bad man. Okay, but the divine mind that far exceeds anything we as human beings can even conceive. God, the master architect from Mama Sonic Brothers, and they say the G and the ring don't stand for that. That's God, the grand architect universe. Another way of saying God. I get it, but again, 6 on one hand, half a dozen on the other. But the whole thing is to get the understanding. But this creation is the work of the divine mind that far exceeds anything that we have. And he's the grand master architect, and he holds a level of knowledge and understanding that what? That is completely beyond our human comprehension. I understand the concept. Now, our finite minds, humans, what? Are unable to grasp the full extent of his wisdom. We just got a fragment. We just got a smidgen. We just got ours. It's a bin of us. Over and over. Smidgens. And he ain't lost nothing. Come and gone. He ain't lost nothing or added anything. That's bad. That's tough. But it is through his divine thoughts and his infinite consciousness that all things were created. And I ain't got a problem understanding that. And the more you learn about these, man, he's a bad man. Everybody can learn about, we can learn about a whole bunch of stuff. I'm learning about the internal parts of the body, the spirit, the brain, and the heart. Now I'm learning about the physical body. Again, this is all knowledge that you should have, but it's all give you what? Knowledge of self or God. But from the stars, watch this, from the stars in the heaven to the cells in our bodies, everything we are, everything we see, feel, and experience reflects the grand order of the God's mind. I've been telling you that for years. Philosophically, a different way. God is at sleep, he's dreaming, and when he wake up, everything I go back to where? What? Nothing. Back to one. That's speck. That's the concept, but don't have to worry about that. Do you right now while you can. That's your goal is what? To get to God while you're in physical form. So when it all happens, you'll be with the one already. A lot of y'all who ain't gonna be there won't get there. According to Jehovah, he put 144,000. Y'all getting in that arena either way. That's a small heaven. Moving on. Let me wrap it up again. I appreciate you tuning in. This is fun. To even consider what? The vastness of God's knowledge and the boundless power of his mind is overwhelming and inconceivable. Why? It is a humbling and awe-inspiring thought that sends shivers down one's spine and things through what? The brain, the tingles through the brains. Why? The sheer multitude of his wisdom is intrinsically in the universe makes it unbelievable, unfathomable that the fine-tuned design of life and the depth of life consciousness is utterly mind-blowing. I agree 100%, okay? And it pushes the limits of your human understanding, your capacity to know, to understand, and comprehend, and it fills your soul with wonder and awe and the unfathomable greatness of what? The one who designed it all, and you are one with that. You got to feel good about that. When you know thyself, you come to the conclusion that You are all of that, and all that is you. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. I sure enjoyed giving it. I had fun with this one. I'll be back. Right thinkers, in closing, may you all live to be 100, me, 100 miles a day. So I've never known my right thinkers who now understand the magnitude of God's infinite knowledge passed away. We teach it now. I hope you're learning.